first workshop. My name is Courtney. I am the Assistant Program Manager for the Sam Strong Fitness Center. And I'm just going to give a little brief intro to our guest speaker today. The only one with a photo on the screen here, we've got Ben. Today we have a great conversation and workshop for you led by Ben Dornbush here. He is a certified yoga instructor and certified personal trainer with countless hours of meditation and mindset practice. He also works in tech and knows what it feels like to sit at a desk for 8+ hours with, the common workplace pressure and stress, just like everyone else here in this meeting. He is passionate about helping people feel their best, and today he will be sharing how you can improve your health from your desk. In this workshop, we will learn meditation and grounding techniques you can use throughout your day to reconnect your mind and body, improve your energy levels, be more productive and creative, and reduce stiffness and tightness at your desk with breathwork techniques and stretches to get an at your desk reset. So with all of that said, if you have any questions throughout the presentation and workshop, just leave them in the chat and we will get to them at the end or throughout the conversation. And you can see on my screen here, we have all of the events coming up this week that you can hopefully join us for. Ben will be here this Tuesday and then next Tuesday as well. And with all of that, I will go ahead and pass it over to you, Ben. You can introduce yourself and give us the rundown. I'm ready to start feeling better here at my chair.
Awesome, cool. Thanks so much for that great introduction, Courtney. Hello, everyone. Um, oh, cool. We got a lot more people joining in. I see Anupam here, Erica, Kate, Laura, McKenna, Scott, Sean, Ty. And as people jump in, I'd like to keep this somewhat casual and approachable. I do have a few open feedback moments where if you can unmute yourself or drop something in the chat, I'd love to get feedback as we go along, so I think that's really important. And this is being recorded, Ty. I see your question. So if you have to jump early or if you came in late, this will be recorded and available for as many times as you want to use it in the future. I'm so excited to be here, and I'd love to get started. Um, I want to jump in. So we're going to go over some meditation and grounding techniques first, just to sort of come together as a group. I only have names, I don't have faces, which I have a great imagination. So you're welcome to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that, or if you want to keep your eyes open, you're welcome to do that. But let's start shifting our awareness internally. I know there's that, I don't know how to turn off that beeping noise as people jump in. Um, but maybe every time someone new jumps in and there's that beep, it reminds you to think of your breath again. So let's just start. So you can close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that and just listening to your inhales coming in and your exhales going out. Inhaling in, exhaling out. And then start noticing the parts of your body that are settled, that are touching the ground. So if you're seated at your desk, maybe you feel your feet flat on the floor, or you feel your glutes and your legs, or just everything settled into a chair. Or if you've got your standing desk, can you feel the weight of your body pressing your feet into the ground? And then we're going to travel up our body, paying attention to each area of our body one at a time. So starting in the soles of the feet, breathing in all the way to the soles of the feet, breathing out. Then bringing our awareness to the tops of the feet and the toes. Maybe you wiggle your toes just to remind yourself that they're there. Deep inhale in through the toes and the tops of the feet. Exhaling out. Then bringing the awareness to the ankles and the calves and the shins. Deep inhale in, exhale out. Bring your awareness and your attention to your knees. Deep inhale in, exhaling out. Bringing your awareness to your hamstrings, the backs of your upper legs, your quadriceps, it's the tops of your legs. Deep inhale in, exhaling out. I think someone just shushed their dog, maybe. Bring your awareness to your hips. Deep inhale in, exhale out. Then the belly button, the lower spine. Allow your breath to now connect to the obliques or the outer sides of your ribs. Deep inhale in, exhale out. And then we bring our awareness to the heart and lung space. Deep inhale in as you open the chest. Feel the shoulder blades rise up. As you exhale, feel the shoulder blades glide down the back and allow the arms to settle and relax. Bring your awareness to your fingertips as you take a deep inhale in, filling up the arms with air all the way to the left and the right. And exhale out. Then bring your awareness to the back of the neck where the spine starts meeting the brain stem coming up to the head. Deep inhale in. Feel the back body open up. Exhale out. And bring your awareness to your face. Can you feel your face muscles? Fill them with air as you breathe in. Just feel the head gently expand and lighten like a balloon. And then exhale, just try to relax your face. There's that beep again. It's a reminder to focus on the breath. And then we're going to integrate all of that. So starting in the toes, just quickly start moving as we breathe. The attention from the toes to the ankles, to the calves, to the knees, up the legs, to the hips, to the belly and the low back, to the chest, the throat, the back of the neck, the brain. And take a deep, full inhale in. And as you exhale, can you feel yourself sink into the support of the earth? And now we're just going to do some. If your eyes are closed, you can keep them closed. If they're open, just try to focus on, we're going to sort of imagine a waterfall. And sort of a waterfall, like if our body is an empty glass and we're taking a pitcher and we're pouring water in. So as you inhale in, we're filling up the glass. So from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head, as we inhale in, we feel ourselves fill with water. And as we exhale, we allow the water to dissipate back into the ground, out through the feet. So inhaling in, the water comes in through the head, all the way down to the feet, filling us up. Exhale, just letting it cascade out. The water runs onto the ground. If you're wondering what you're supposed to be doing right now, or just breathing, noticing the breath, getting grounded. I want to say hi to a few people that just joined, like Corey, Jesse, Krishna, Letitia, Omar, Sean, Rugma, Vincent. Welcome, everyone. your eyes are closed, you can slowly blink your eyes open. And I'm wondering if anyone can take themselves off mute, if you're willing to share, what are we feeling right now? What are we thinking? Any thoughts you're having? I'd love for you to share with the group. And you can also um, feel free to type it in the chat if you can't take yourself off mute. Any thoughts like what you're present to, maybe what you felt when you first came into the meeting versus now that we've done like a group meditation. Feel free to drop it in the chat. So I want to go into just some like body movement now that we're all like grounded in the space. Um, I work for a company called Cloudflare as well as teach yoga. So I'm going to try to, so I sit at a desk all day long. Let's see. So I wasn't lying. That is my living room over here. This is my house. But I have a nice big computer screen that I sit here at. So if any of you are working at a desk, I know exactly what it's like to sit for many hours. And I've worked in restaurants for years and years and years. So I also know what it's like to stand on my feet. Thanks for that feedback, Eberhard. Um, Glad to know it was calming for you. Um, whether you're on your feet or you're seated at a desk, the theme of the week here is the heart space. And so what I really want to focus on is that within the heart space, we also have the lungs, which we frequently forget about. And they're definitely intrinsically connected because the lungs give us breath, which allow us to oxygenate the body, and we can't oxygenate the body without the heart pumping blood. So the respiratory and the circulatory system are completely dependent on each other. However, they could not obviously function without our nervous system. And what supports our nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord. So a lot of what we'll do is going to be activating and calming the nervous system. So um, in that group meditation that we just did, the sort of body scan, we started in the feet. And if you joined in late, we actually recorded this. So if you'd like to start at the beginning and do that start to finish, you can access the recording later. Um, but moving in, just noticing each part of the body, we bring our awareness to the entire body as a whole. And then the breathing techniques, that process of imagining the water flow, I do that a lot in Reiki. Reiki is a lot about just like picturing and imagining energy healing. And so what's going on there is we're allowing the body to rest, and um, just what Eberhard mentioned, that the activity felt calming. And what I was doing there was really shifting us into our parasympathetic mode of operating. If that sounds totally foreign, that's totally fine. Essentially, what that means is we've entered a meditative state, and what's happening within our nervous system is that we've shifted into relaxing and rejuvenating. So now that we've connected with our nervous system, I want to focus on those three stretches we can do within 5 minutes that don't seem like anything crazy. And no one's going to be looking over you at your desk like, what are they up to over there? Um, but the focus of these stretches is really awakening the spinal system and supporting the spinal cord and the abdomen, which keeps the heart space open so that blood is moving freely and everything is integrated. Because that's really what our focus on is not overly focusing on one area, but allowing for clearing so that everything can move in a united way. So the first one is just really simple side stretching. I love to do this if you're at a desk. I take something on the desk and I accidentally will drop it on the floor if you want to do this discreetly. So I pretend I drop something over to the left, and I'm just leaning over, and I'm going to back up a little bit more so you can see me. And I'm just leaning over to the left. And I'm going to add some variations too. So I'll lean over to the left. You can also do this by starting up center and bringing your elbows over your head. And it might just look like you're relaxing, like watching your computer screen. And then just leaning over to the left will add the deeper opening of the right side rib cage. And then within this, we'll take a deep inhale in, exhale out, another deep inhale in, exhale coming back to center. And then whatever it is I picked up, I just drop off to the other side. So if someone asks why I'm sitting at my desk like this, I say, "Oh, I just dropped something. I can pick it up." If you're totally fine just doing stretches, you can follow me and you can bring your arms overhead if you want to go a little bit deeper. Deep inhale in, opening up the left side this time. So we're opening up all the connective tissue and muscles and invigorating, getting blood flow into the rib cage. So the serratus muscles that support and open the rib cage. And as we exhale, come back to center. The next one is really great if you're actually sitting is a back bend. So we're going to take our hands and we're actually going to grip the edge of your desk. So we're going to utilize the benefit of being able to be seated for this. And usually back bending, we think about going back. I want us to think about back bending about first just lengthening up. So we're growing the spine taller and taller and taller. The first step is to bring the belly button into the spine. So we're tucking the belly in. And then think about bringing your sternum up towards the sky, and you just have to look up with your eyes. We don't have to lean back. We're just thinking going up and up and up while holding onto the desk. Take a deep inhale in, and then try to bring your shoulder blades on your back, squeeze them together. So that's what starts opening up the chest. So take a deep inhale in, pull yourself towards the desk, and bring your sternum up. And exhale. Another deep inhale in. Think about pulling the sternum up. And then exhaling, tilting back just a little bit. One more deep inhale in. Exhale, come all the way back up. For the next and third stretch, this is my favorite because you get to just hang out for a while. And we're going to do just a forward fold. Um, what we're doing is really just leaning over. So if you are in a chair, you can probably stay here for longer. We're just folding forward, starting bringing the chin to the chest, and then rounding forward your shoulders and your upper body. And then we round through the mid back and then the lower back. And go as far as comfortable. Allow the arms to go long by the sides. And we're just going to hang out for a little bit. So what this is doing by just hanging out in a forward fold, we're really allowing the spine to lengthen forward. Try to keep the forehead rounding down. If you feel any kind of discomfort or sensation in the back of your neck and you want to just gently support your forehead, try it out. And also notice what it feels like when you release the forehead. We're opening up all the space in between all of the vertebrae as we just allow the forehead to round forward and the chest to come down. And then bring your awareness back to the breath. Deep inhale in, exhale out. Deep inhale in and exhale out. Slowly start rounding up through the vertebrae, the lower back, the middle back, upper back and the shoulders, and then the head and neck are the last thing to come up. So we've just slowly articulated our spine all the way up. Now, those were our three stretches. I'm going to add a fourth one in for fun. The fourth one in, especially if you're in a swivel chair, it's really great because you can easily do this twisting. So the twisting, if you can imagine like a spiral staircase twisting, or if you're wringing out a rag, it gets longer as you twist it up. So we're doing that with the spine. Um, if you are standing or your chair doesn't move, make sure you're standing up because we're going to bring the knees over to the right. So we're twisting our upper body towards the left and taking a deep inhale in. Exhale out, you can come back to center. And then we'll twist to the other side. So if you are standing up, you can just grip the desk that you're at and twist your lower body to the side. Deep inhale in. Exhale out. Come back to center. And then we can sort of move through these. If you want like a really quick reset, you can do the whole sequence within a matter of a minute. Inhaling, reaching up to one side. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhaling, reaching to the other side. Exhale, coming to center. Inhale, opening up the shoulder blades and chest. Exhale, coming back to center. Deep inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, rounding forward for that third stretch. Inhale, coming all the way up. So again, I want to check in, like how are we feeling after doing those really quick and easy stretches? And the idea here is that if you've been sitting at your desk, maybe you take a moment to stand up, but we're energizing and reopening that energetic body. So we're allowing our minds to get connected back to our bodies and opening up and supporting the heart and the lungs, which in turn energize and oxygenate blood and keep us moving. So feel free to drop in the chat if anyone is feeling any sensations or feedback, or it's hard not being able to see anyone or hear anything. And I know the environment you're in doesn't allow you to turn your cameras on, or if you're watching this recording, um, it's hard to integrate. Um, if you think of any questions, also you can write them down, and I can connect to you via email somehow. We can talk about that. Um, but those are just some really nice resets that are going to reset our posture and energize and open up the body. Um, and then I want us to sort of start thinking about and talking about breath work. So now that we did some meditation, we got grounded here, and then we did some physical opening up, I want us to really focus on what the breath is doing. So I talked very briefly about how the heart and the lungs are connected. So the circulatory and the respiratory system are connected. So what we're going to do next is bring our attention deeply to the breath. Given a lot of talking about inhaling and exhaling. And essentially, what we're talking about is what keeps us alive. There's a lot of things you can abstain from doing for a certain amount of time. You can do a fast, and you can go many days without eating. Um, you can go for a long time without sleeping. But there's one thing that you can't do for very long, and that's hold your breath. And that's because oxygen is really is what is keeping every cell in our body alive. So when we do these next breath work techniques, we're going to do what's called a box breath and an infinity breath. So the breath is the first one that we're going to do. It's a great way to get really relaxed, calm, and centered. We're going to start with a 3 count box breath, and you can always add on more counts. But a box breath is essentially we're tracing, if you imagine a box, we are tracing the box. So as we inhale in, we trace one side, we hold it at the top and trace across the top. As we exhale, we go down the other side, we hold it at the bottom, and then we're back at the beginning. So I'll demo it once, and then we can all do it together. So I'm going to inhale in, 2, 3, hold it, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, hold it, 2, 3. Let's all try it together. Don't worry if the first time's not perfect. We're going to do it several times, and then I'll give you the time and space to try it on your own. All right, we're ready? Exhale all the air out wherever you are in your cycle of breath. And begin in, 2, 3. Hold it at the top, 2, 3. Exhale it out, 2, 3. Hold it at the bottom, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Hold your breath, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Hold it, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Hold, 2, 3, and pause. So we're going to add another number. We're going to go to 4 and slow it down a little bit. And then I'll stop counting and you can do it on your own and count in your own time. Exhale all the air out in your lungs and begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. Now in your own breath, your own time, trace your own box breath. If you want to do a higher count, go for it. Wherever you are, slowly start finishing whatever round you're on. Exhale all the air out. If you closed your eyes for that, allow your eyes to flutter open and just notice how you're feeling. So that one is called a box breath. The next breath we're going to do is what I love to call it sort of like it brings us into the present moment. Um, and it's called an infinity breath. So in the box breath, we're holding our breath at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. For the infinity breath, we're trying to make absolutely no gap. So just like you trace an infinity symbol, like a figure eight, it never stops. So as we inhale in, it cascades right into the exhale. Inhaling in, exhale out. This one's really simple. And you can deepen your breath if you're all of a sudden finding yourself in a high stress situation and you need a moment to time out. This is great. You can lengthen your inhales and exhales, or you can also just allow everything to come naturally. So inhaling in, and whenever you exhale out, exhale out. You can mentally trace that figure eight, or you can just listen to the breath and notice how the inhale connects right into the exhale connects right into the inhale. So we're in this never-ending loop that allows us to stay with the breath and stay in this moment here and now. You're having focusing on, you can also just say, I'm breathing in, I am breathing out. I am breathing in, I am breathing out. Then maybe you just say it in your head. Maybe you just follow the breath. Wherever you are in your breath, slowly exhale everything out. Your eyes are closed, flutter open your eyes, and just notice how you're feeling. You're welcome to, it doesn't seem like unmuting and speaking is an option or a very popular one. If you feel comfortable sharing, feel free to share. You can drop it in the chat, or you can just have a personal journal or notepad and notice what you connected with. And all of us are very different. There's billions and billions of people on the planet, and not one of us is identical to the other, identical twins. So it's really great to notice exactly what connects with you is thinking about it when I talked about the science of like the circulatory system and the respiratory system or the nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. That sounded cool and intellectualizing it sounds great for you. Then that can be your connect to getting back into your body and back into a state of maybe peace. Um, if the stretching really felt help you reset, then write a little note next to, in a notepad or something to remind you of what helps you relax or reset or feel physically renewed or energized. If it was the breath work really brought you into a clear space, notice that it was the breath work. Um, we're running up close to time. I know Courtney had some more announcements for the rest of the week. Um, but all in all, I just wanted to thank you all so much for showing up. Um, we weren't sure if it was just going to be me, Courtney, and Sony, and maybe a couple other people. I'm so excited to see so many people here live, and however many else will see the recording of this. And just to sort of go everything, if you joined in late, we talked a little bit about like the spinal cord and the abdomen, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, um, for doing some grounding, sort of meditative visualizations, doing body scans, doing a group meditation together so we could collectively come together and then we did some stretches, really simple ones that you can do really anywhere, and no one's gonna, um, you're not like doing a split in the middle of the office or something.
Although that would
Um,
be impressive.
I've done that before. And then we finish it out with some breath work techniques. So thank you all for showing up. I know we're doing this a similar one. I'm going to do some new things next week. So if this was really helpful, I'd love to see you next week. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them over to Courtney, and I can get back to you if you want to get connected with me. But it was a pleasure leading all of you in this, and I hope to meet you in person at the Samsung facility soon. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Ben. That was so awesome. I feel very zen. All of a sudden, I'm sitting taller, I'm breathing better. That was really great. Thank you so much. And yeah, like Ben said, he will be back again next Tuesday. So if anyone had any WebEx issues, I know this is newer, at least on our end. So we are also kind of, testing out all the bugs here. I can always send this to another email address if that makes it easier for your link to become accessible. Just let me know. We can make this smoother and easier next time. But we really appreciate everyone taking some time out of their day. Hopefully, you found value in this workshop. And if you have any questions, like Ben said, reach out to me. You should have received a little handout this morning as well that Ben had created and designed for y'all. And just on the screen here, I wanted to remind everyone we have our Heart Healthy workout with Coach Orlando tomorrow. That is an in-person session, and that is from 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then an evening session, 5:15 to 5:45. If you can't make those specific times, just reach out and we can actually just give you the written workout that you can do on your own. And then Thursday, we have a stress management workshop with our EAP counselor. That's a virtual session with Angela Harden. That is another WebEx link. So if you had any issues, again, just let me know one-on-one and I will help you out. And then just a last reminder, we have our Strava Walk Club. I recommend everyone join. Everyone can use a little more steps in their day, a little bit more movement in their day. It's just a nice little community to motivate everyone to get up out of their seats, go on little 10-minute walks on the treadmill, or even better, get outside. Friday, we will be doing a in-person walk and talk with our coach, Orlando. We'll meet in the CU Fitness Center and then just get outside and go on a little walk and just hang out, socialize a little bit again, which is great for everyone. Let's see. Do we need to sign up or Strava with our work email? You do not. You can use whatever email you like for Strava. I would probably recommend your personal email, but yeah, whatever is easier. You can sign in if you have a Gmail. They'll let you sign in with your Google email as well. Does anyone have any questions? Feel free. I'll be sticking around for a couple minutes here. Ben's got to get back to his his 9 to 5 here soon, and he's got a meeting soon, so he'll stick around for a couple minutes and then he'll head out.